so cold, sleep is nice. So tired, my eyes fight. They just wanna close back up tight. Get up, hoodie on. Hard work at the crack of dawn. This life ain't for the weak ones. No, this life pure only for the strong. Feeling slow, shake it off. Don't got time for negative thoughts. Red sight, got the dot. Shoot my shot, I want the top. Never lost, got my plot. Know my story, I know my boss. I won't fight against the clock. Time's a limited gift from God. One day I will have my victory. Crush all my enemies so viciously. Work so hard my hands are blistering. And they will
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, and welcome to Inside the Mind, episode 6. I'm here with Next Shift Randy. Shout out to Earl Cole for putting in his vote for Next Shift. How you doing, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me on today. Appreciate it. And shout out to Earl for getting the ball rolling.
Yeah. We've been trying. I've been putting you on the tally for a couple weeks now. Earl gave you the nod, and now you're here. So
now we're here.
Yeah. Shout out to Coach Ed, a former guest on Inside the Mind a couple weeks ago. Shout out to you, Coach Ed. It was a great show. And I'm looking forward to this one, Randy. I'm looking forward to this because I don't know everything about you, just like other people. So,
right.
Let's get started. How did you become a content creator? Because from what I know, it's similar to what Sarah went through, but a different route.
Yeah. So it started out where I was just like hopping on YouTube and had a lot of time on my hands during COVID, and I was like, what's going on? Like, I didn't know that you could do this kind of stuff. To be completely honest with you, I thought unlike TikTok, you needed like 5,000 followers and like all this other stuff. So I made an account, obviously, and slowly started to hop into people's chat rooms and just talk about my displeasure about a topic or whether or not I liked it, and quickly became like, wait a minute, I could do this too. I could become a content creator as well. So I started out with Randall the Handle. Didn't really like that name too much. A lot of people said it would sound like a porn star name, so I went to Next Shift Randy. So
I honestly liked that name, Randall the Handle. I actually did. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was clever.
Yeah. A lot of people loved it, and then a lot of people thought my name was Randall, and I'm like, no, it's Randy, but I say Randall because it rhymes with handle. So
yeah. And Mike is in the chat. You guys on again? Of course, we're on again. When you're a content creator like us, it's always moving, bro. We're always moving, always working behind the scenes and stuff like that. So
absolutely,
really halftime. What is good? I get to meet this asshole. Saturday, WrestleMania. He's gonna walk by. He's gonna gamble first in the morning, park his car, and walk to the stadium. So,
damn. Okay.
Yeah, free parking.
Yeah.
Randy the Handy. I mean,
that definitely could have been something for sure. That
could have been something. But I haven't asked this on the last couple of interviews, so I'm gonna ask you this: best thing and worst thing about being a content creator.
Ooh, I honestly, I think I'll go with the worst first. I think one of the worst things about being a content creator, especially like for somebody like myself who's like in Canada, where the time difference is quite different from what you guys deal with. So trying to get schedules to line up and trying to get like time slots to work out is quite difficult. At times I do have to cancel things if I want to do stuff with you guys because my time frame is 2 hours behind you guys no matter what. So it's that can be quite difficult at times, and for me, I find that really to be one of the worst things to deal with is the time difference. Because at times I'll forget and I'll be like, I'm like, why are these guys live right now? It's 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, nope, Randy, it's 11. It's 11. It's like so. Definitely is for me one of the worst things is being a content creator. But I honestly, to be brutally honest with you, the best thing is the friends, is the people that you get to connect with. Like, honest to God, like I didn't think for a second that I'd be able to make friends the way I have just over the internet and like get to the point where it's like I actually want to like go and meet these people and like hang out with you guys and like make this as like legitimate of a friendship as you possibly can. It's like I never thought for a second. So that's definitely one of the best things that has come from this. So
Right. I definitely agree with you. From me being on this for like 9 years off and on, I started out with
Exactly.
like movies, video games, and stuff like that. I met people and I still talk to them to this day. We talk about movies, video
Yeah.
games, and all that stuff. So
Exactly.
I haven't
Yeah.
gotten a chance to meet them in person because they're like in California, one's in Texas, and stuff like that. So I'm like, now I get to meet a couple of them in person this Saturday. I get to meet Earl, first time in 11 years.
Yeah.
Let that sink in.
Exactly.
He was like my first supporter on my channel
Wow.
when I first started doing movies. And we learned last week that's how he got into content creation from me.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. So.
it's just like it's absolutely crazy.
You know,
Yeah,
it's crazy, bro. Is like there's so many roads, but it's crazy how like all those roads end up leading up to eventually everyone. It's like it's so funny.
yeah. Someone needs to interview Mitch. Halftime, I nominate you. Well, I'm gonna be the very last one. So I don't know who. I wanted to be Blaze
Blaze,
so he can interview me for the third time. I was
yes,
like, hey, I need someone to interview me. Blaze, you're it. He's
you're
like,
it,
all right,
Blaze.
fine. Yeah. Tim Hortons popular up there, Randy? Mike wants to know.
Yes, yes. Tim Hortons up here is like probably Starbucks to whatever you guys have down there. Like it's crack up here. Like you do not see somebody without a Tim Hortons cup. At least one person driving around. Like honest to God. Like lineups are like 12 to 14 cars deep. Pause. And it's like it's nuts. Like Tim Hortons is it here.
Yeah, of course, of course. I don't like Tim Hortons. I'm not that big into it.
No,
Um,
I like 7-Eleven's coffee. I'm a big 7-Eleven fan because
yeah,
I half coffee and then half French vanilla, so then it mixes itself and I don't add no sugars or nothing, so pretty good.
yeah. Yeah, I know where it is in Stratford. I know where. I just don't like it. I
Yeah,
just don't like it. Yeah,
and no offense to cut you off, but like, don't you guys also have like way more different coffee brands?
yeah,
Like you guys got a lot to compete with. Not up
yeah,
here.
yeah. I'm not a coffee drinker, but a lot of my friends are. A lot of my
Oh,
friends love coffee, so they always tell me what they got. So
gotcha.
it's like
I
now,
like black coffee.
oh, yeah, my best friend loves black coffee. That's all he
Yeah,
drinks.
I love it.
That's all he drinks. I'm like, dude, you want to grab a drink? He's like, yeah, let me grab this coffee. I'm like, you son of a bitch, I'm drinking soda. It's 8 o'clock at night. Then how'd you become a member of Hardcore Sports? I think a
Mm.
lot of people don't even know this. So
Yeah, it's actually kind of funny. I started out bouncing around in between yours, AK's, um, when we had other members that were part of Hardcore Sports like Vic and
yeah,
Slate and all of them. So I'd like go in between your guys' chats and like try to like get my name. Like I was really trying to get you guys to see
yeah,
me and understand like who I was as a content creator. Well, not at that point content creator, but wanting to be as a content creator. And I was like, sharing stats. I was like letting you guys know what I know. And I was trying to be like quick when you answered a question. I wanted to be the
yeah,
first. And then like I remember I think it was I believe it was you and AK approached me and were like, would you like to be a part of Hardcore Sports? And at that point I was at a crossroads because I had just asked somebody else if I could join their network because I had no idea you guys were going to do this. And like
right,
the second you guys asked me, I didn't even get those other people a chance to even answer. I was like, yes, I want to join you guys because I originally wanted to be with you guys from the get-go, but I just wanted to be part of something so I can understand how to do this. How does someone come about making videos? How does one make a short? How does one even get into a StreamYard? Like I didn't even know a StreamYard existed, right? So when
right.
you guys approached me, it was like like honest to God, like for like a week I was like smiling. Like I was just like, these guys are taking a chance on me to like come up with content to help them grow as a formative group. And now look how big you guys have got. I'm not saying I single-handedly had a hand in that, but I definitely did have a part to play in the fact of drawing eyes and this, that, and the third. So it makes you feel kind of good as a content creator, being like, I kind of helped towards them building their dreams. So it's so cool that I was given the opportunity by you guys to
Yeah.
show it, and now it's my part to live up to the expectations of drawing
I
you
love
more eyes. So
like honestly, I remember a different way. So I was talking to AK about it, and he was like, "Okay, let me think," and a couple hours later, you're in. I'm like, okay. I was just about to ask him. He's like, well, but you do it. I'm like, yeah, you beat me to it. So that's actually how. And you know who really wanted you in the network? Jeff.
Really?
Yeah. He's been
Wow.
seeing you in the chats and stuff as well. So
Yeah.
he wanted
And like
you in the network too.
you guys had pick and roll before. It was just you two before, and I kept like popping into the chat, and then I believe you said it was like Jeff asked you to ask me, would you want to be a third host on the Pick and Roll podcast? And I was like, I would love it. And then now obviously I'm a staple on it, so it's like, yeah, like that. I was always in his chats too, man. Like I was constant, like because I like Jeff's energy is what like drove me to want to even be better. You know, like when he was on, you had to be on even more. Like it was like he brought his game to the stratosphere of like infinity. And it's like if I could even just get a not even like an eclipse of that, just within a sock's throw of being within that, I was gonna be proud. So I learned a lot from him, and like I said, like, more I try to go on and I try to be jovial and I try to be myself, but I'm also trying to live Jeff through me as best as I possibly could, because Jeff was that guy. He's a brother. He'll always be a brother till the end. So.
Oh my God, yes. And actually, it was for episode 3. It was Nikki who was actually in Pick and Roll. He was a guest, and then I had you come on, and then you both just like fit so perfectly. We're like, me and Jeff were like, yeah, we could go like back and forth, but with basketball, you like other people's opinions on it. So we're like, okay, we need you. Now we got Blaze. Now we got Coach. Now we got Rios. Now we got TRL. Now we got Nikki. It's like like
good.
An 8-man podcast.
It's nice though, because it's like different perspectives from different people, and it may not like in the sense that like there's 3 of you who are Sixers fans, but like you Sixers fans may see it differently, even though you're cheering for the same team. So it's nice to have a variety.
Yeah. Of course. And Mike is a Dunkin' Donuts coffee guy. All right. Arku, what is up, man? How's it going? That's special how you joined. Yeah, it kind of is. It kind of is. I kind of like how we find people in the chat and like bring them in. That's my favorite thing, honestly. Like I'm gonna keep on looking out in the chats, guys. Like believe me, I'm gonna keep on looking. We got Randy from the chats. We had Sarah in the chats, who's now like a co-host with Earl, who's gonna have a WWE beat writer on her show now. She's like, she can't stop talking about it.
See?
Like, it is crazy. Oh my God.
What's up, Wesley?
Yeah, I wish Jeff was here. Yeah. Oh my God. What the Sports Rap?
Hey, Tom.
Dude. How you doing, bro?
Miss you, man.
Yo, miss you. Come back in the group chat, bro. We miss talking Eagles with you. I want to get your opinion on Hassan Reddick, Rap. Like,
I want to know how you feel, bud. Miss you and your brother. Hope you guys are doing good.
Yeah. We've seen your brother in the chats, like liking up a couple things. We've seen him. We've seen him. Tone. Yeah. Duncan is wild. Yeah. Alexander, what is up? LOL. Yeah. Always got a spot open, bro. Come on. I know
you're always welcome, bro.
Still in the group chat. Yeah, still in the group chat. So, what is your favorite part about being involved in a Hardcore Sports Network?
The fact that we don't have yes men, the fact that we don't have people who are like when we get into an online kind of like an not an argument, but more of like a conversation, a debate, and we don't just have someone being like, yeah, I kind of agree with that, blah blah. It's like, no, Coach brings it where he's like, no, this is how I see it, and it kind of like it helps you kind of see it, the perspective from like a different side, so then you can kind of like have an understanding. So like when you give your answer, it's not just one-sided. So for me, it's like I love the vast difference of people that we have in hardcore sports. It's not just like a bunch of dudes. We got some girls too. By the way, I think there's another female content creator out there that I think you should look at. I'll later on I'll send her your information. She's a Phillies fan and a Eagles fan and a gamer.
I know who you're talking about. I forget the name. I know who you're talking about.
She's funny. She's funny, man. She's pretty funny. But that, like people with different personalities, people from different walks of life, different people from different backgrounds. I love that part about hardcore sports. It's not just one way. It's all over the place, and I like that.
That's exactly what Coach said with diversity. Coach said
Mhm.
that, like, there's so many different answers. I can't get back into it. And he's going to hop in the chats, which is good. That's another one I was going to bring up, the togetherness,
Yeah,
the support for one another. That is huge. Like, the support alone, like for Earl right now, after
yeah,
everything he's been dealing with. Look at how much support he's been getting.
yeah.
Like,
Hashtag I'm free,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Cool Cat's friend. Who? Who?
No, it's not Cool Cat's friend, Arku. It's not. It's not. It's not.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So the story of how you became an Eagles fan, because
Oh
I'm pretty
wow.
sure there's people in the chat that want to know from Canada, though.
Yeah, yeah. This is a little bit of a long one.
Go for it,
Pause.
bro.
That's what you
Your
said.
show. Go for it.
But no. I grew up a bit bigger of a dude. And my parents tried to always put me in sports that were non-contact. So I played soccer first, and then I went into baseball. And when I when I went into the sports, like for example, soccer, I would actually physically tackle people. Like I wouldn't slide for the ball or I wouldn't try to steal it. No, I'd be like flying through the air, like smoking you in the ribs and taking you down. So eventually I got kicked out of soccer. So when I went to baseball, and then that just didn't really click for me. Like I love the game, but it wasn't my sport. And then my mom and dad were like, "Well, I don't know. Like, what do you want to do?" You know, I'm like, "I want to hit things," and they're like, "What about football?" I'm like, "Okay." And then my mom and dad were like, Do you even like football?" And at that point, I was into NFL, but I really wasn't. But I was into the CFL, which is the Canadian Football League.
Right.
And then I'm like, you know what? Like, let me go home and let me see. And obviously, ironically, I'm wearing his jersey. I'm like, let me go home and let me see. And at this time, I had entered junior high, going into high school,
Mhm.
and so I type into the computer. I'm like, hardest hits or biggest hits. Well, what's the first thing I see pop up? I see Brian Dawkins coming out of nowhere and smoking a dude, and I'm like, wait a minute, who is this guy and what is this sport? And then obviously it was football, right? So I get to the high school. I walk in and the football coach walks up to me and he goes, "Do you play football?" And I was like, I don't, but I really want to. And he's like, "You're on the team already." And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Your size is going to be perfect. We love you." And at that time, I'm a lot smaller now, but at that time I was 5'5", going on 5'6", 500 pounds. I was just this massive man. This massive man. Like you could not move me for the life of you. And he's like, I'm putting you right in the middle, and you're just gonna take on blocks. And all of a sudden, fast forward, I started watching Eagles games, and I'm like, I'm loving this. I became a huge McNabb fan. Loved the T.O. story. Was a huge Westbrook fan. Troy Vincent, Brian Dawkins, Javon Curse. I mean, the Trotter, the Hammer. Like I can just keep going on. I was like, oh my God, this team embodies my lifestyle. This team embodies exactly what I love, and that's like hard grit nose football. And from that point on, it was Eagles. And I love them so much. I got the damn logo tatted on me. So, I mean. I'll be an Eagle life forever, but Brian Dawkins is the reason why I became a Philadelphia Eagles fan.
Oh, wow. I mean, I knew the story, not sure everybody. I mean, look what Arku said. Wait, no, what the hell? No tryouts and nothing? Automatically
Nope,
made the team?
automatically made the team. First practice, I broke an offensive lineman's arm. I fell on him.
Oh,
That's how
you
heavy.
told me that. You told me that. Yeah.
That's how heavy I was. I bull rushed him. He fell, and then as he fell, I kind of like tripped on him, and he put his arms up, and his forearm right here snapped. It was like his arm was like facing his face, and I was like, oh, it was fun, man. I love football. I just love football.
Yeah. My very first Eagles game, I can recall them, the Giants and Lawrence Taylor kicking our ass. I was so pissed. Why do you
Nice.
say that? Now Coach is going to keep on saying about Lawrence Taylor now. Yeah. So, tell us something that we may not already know. Something different. Something like out of the box.
Okay, well, this one I wasn't too sure if I was gonna want to share or not. I wasn't sure if this was gonna become an answer or not, but I myself am a secret tennis fan. I kind of like tennis a little bit, especially when it comes to like the big matches. I'm a big Nadal fan. Obviously, I you know me, I root for anything Canadian. So when Sabrina, Sabrina, what the hell? Now I'm putting myself Layla Hernandez. There we go. If I can say it right.
Yeah.
Up and coming girl from the Philippines who's born in Canada is just killing it. I'm right now. I hate to say it, so people know, but I'm a secret tennis fan. I really enjoy tennis. I like it a lot. Like I know I can never play it, man. These ankles can never hold it, but I love tennis. Like when there's nothing really else on, I won't watch soccer. I'm not a big soccer fan. Don't really like golf. Don't like golf. I just no.
I can watch golf. I watch golf all the time.
You can watch it. I can't watch it. I'll play it, but I can't watch it.
Yeah.
But tennis, I love it. I love to watch it.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, we learned something new from Randy here. You should stream tennis. Like that'd be kind of cool. Something different. Honestly, people stream. I see people stream tennis all the time.
Yeah, that's true. I could do the Rogers Cup if it comes back here. Like do that. Yeah.
Brian Dawkins made me like the Wolverine character. I would be so hyped seeing him crawling in the field. Right? I just said that to my friend the other day. We were talking about movies and football players. I was like, "Oh, Brian Dawkins and Wolverine." He was like,
hold on a second.
Go for it, bro. Just bring up the comments here. I would love to have compete against you, Randy. Coach loves tennis.
I'm a huge Wolverine fan.
Yeah,
that's one of my favorite comic book characters is Wolverine. That I love Wolverine. So it's funny that would embody his nickname, and then like Tone said, like it got him like in the Wolverine character. Same here. Yeah. I love ladies tennis. Yeah, I know why. I know why.
Tennis. You guys should honestly see tennis in the WNBA draft coming up.
Yeah. I got to see if I get it because we're talking about that. We're looking at the times, but yeah, we're definitely gonna.
There you go. I would rather watch tennis over golf.
Yeah. See? Yeah, same.
And then Nikki said happy to see you, Randy. So, Nikki, I got to get you on the show, man. I would love to hear about you because I know his story is actually kind of interesting as well. So, oh, wow, Randy. That's what's up. Okay.
Yeah. If you saw my Funko collection, you would shake your head because I have quite a bit.
All right. I don't have any Funko Pops, so
none.
I don't have any. No.
Like not even one, like of like the Sixers or nothing. No. Wow.
Okay. I might get one in the future, but right now, no. If you could have dinner with 3 people, dead or alive, who would it be?
Wow.
Like last week, Earl picked me, Sarah, and Carrie.
Okay. Okay, cool.
I'm like,
cool.
I'm not paying. Like, like not me. I'll forget my wallet.
I'm only ordering water.
I've done that before. Dude, I think you're not. Whenever I go out to dinner with a friend, I always leave my wallet at home. And then when the check comes, I go to the bathroom. I'm always that guy.
Okay. Now everybody knows. Everybody just heard it. Y'all heard it now, all right? So now you know. Now
it's only one guy, and he's like my best friend. So it's like I pay him back.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So
3 people that I would dead or alive. First person I would say is probably Nelson Mandela.
Ooh, that's okay. I like that one.
Yeah, it was a big. I followed Nelson Mandela and his life and his story and just his trials and tribulations, man. Like such an inspiration. I would love to understand. Muhammad Ali would be the other one. Definitely would love to sit down and like just understand like what mindset he had to get himself into, knowing that he was going to let somebody basically beat the shit out of him till he tired him out, and then all of a sudden turn it on and just whoop their ass. So that would be 2 people that I would definitely like to have dinner with. And the third would probably be, it'll be different. It could be different, and I'm going to say Vince Carter. I would love to sit down with him.
I knew you had to throw him in there.
It's not just because this is here and I got a whole shrine of him all over the place, but just I would love to pick his brain and like let him know that like what he did for Canada basketball and like how he changed the landscape, and like SGA's been talking about it. Benedict Mathurin, Lou Dort, Naismith, or Aaron Naismith. They're all saying like the Carter effect had a huge impact on their life and why they became huge NBA players and now NBA stars. So I'd love to sit down and pick his brain, man, have an interview with him. That would be insane.
That'd be crazy. I'm saving for mine. Whoever wants to interview me, you gotta wait months. You gotta wait months. I'm telling you, I'm the very last one. And actually, I'm gonna say this right now. Halftime wants AK to interview me. Halftime wants AK to do it. So that's
okay. That might be good. Yeah, that'll be good.
And
I like that.
Obama. Okay, Ali, Obama, and Andy B. Hey,
okay,
I'll take that. And shout out to Ali. He's actually getting inducted in the WWE Hall of Fame.
That's cool. That is really cool.
I like that.
Yeah.
And it's in Philly, so Rocky boxing.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. We already know who your favorite superhero is. So who's your favorite villain?
That's that one. That one's a little bit harder to pick because like when it comes to villain, there's like so many villains that like I loved. I mean, like growing up, I was Two-Face for Halloween. I was Penguin for Halloween. But I'm honestly gonna say my number one villain. Actually, could I pick Pennywise as a villain?
That works.
I fucking hate clowns. Like clowns, I despise clowns. Like if the missus could come and she would say he hates clowns. Like I can't even watch movies with clowns because clowns freak me the fuck out. Why would a human being want to dress up like that? No, it's weird. So no,
no, I'm not.
My villain's a clown.
I count that. Mine is Ben Simmons.
We know why. we know why.
Yeah. Generally, Abraham Lincoln and Eric Lindros. Okay. I did not expect Eric Lindros or Abraham Lincoln. I did not expect that. So
that's a good one, actually, Mike.
Randy,
Mike, I asked, why General Lee?
Oh, Randy, coach needs to hook up with the Canadian women.
Hey, you got my number, man. Just shoot me a message and I'll start throwing those digits, and before you know it, you're gonna get some 403s, some 407s, some 702 numbers hitting you up. And I'm just gonna tell you now, Coach, I'm sorry. You wanted this. I'm warning you now. You wanted this. It's not my fault.
I did like that. But actually, it's time for the chat questions. You guys have been asking questions already, so now it's your time to ask more. And actually, this will be a good time for me to ask you, Randy. Who do you want to be on the next one as they come up with the questions? So we got Nick, Football Talk with Bo, or Tymus. So you get the big one. This counts as my vote. So I'm going to say it again. Nick, Football Talk with Bo, or Tymus. It is on the Hardcore Sports Community tab.
Oh, I'm torn between two people because like I want to know more about Tymus and I want to know more about Nick. So it's like...
Yeah. Well, we got some questions from Mrs. Halftime here. Hey, Mrs. Halftime, how's it going? What's been the most surprising thing about connecting with other sports fans through your YouTube channel?
Honestly, Mrs. Halftime, I'd have to say that the energy and the desire is sometimes even more than what I thought I had. I mean, there are people out there who like E-Rock and what's it? Philly 500. Is that how you say his name? Philly 500 and Joey Shakes. Like,
yeah,
those guys are like they take it to a level where I never thought that like one could take it to, or two, like do it. And like, for me, that for me is like one of the biggest things. And also that they don't just like stop and like not care. Like I've had Joey Shakes come and pop in chats that in streams that I've been on many times. Yeah. So it's like he even like gives it back to the fans. So for me, it's like I love seeing that. I love seeing that, like, even though those guys got like 30 or 40,000 subscribers, they're still being those people out there helping and supporting. And for me, I love that because I'll be real. I thought this was gonna be a cutthroat industry and like every person for themselves and no one was gonna help each other. So finding out that it is a little bit like that, but there are good people out there. You just got to find them. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and actually, Joey popped into my Sixers stream. I was like, alrighty then. All right, okay.
He popped into mine and AK's the other day there when me and AK did that live. He popped into that one. So
oh yeah.
Yeah,
that's kind of crazy. So, chat, if you can come up with any questions, and Randy, if you could pick between Nick, Tymus, or Football Talk with Bo.
Fudge. Nick. I'll go Nick. Just because like he's new and like I still want Tymus though. Like Tymus needs to get some, but we'll go with Nick because he's so new and I just don't know nothing about him really. So
yeah, he's been dying to come on the show. Like every single time, as soon as the show's over, he's like, Mitch, I want to come on. When is my turn? I'm like, you'll get your turn, bro. You get your turn. Like he is dying to come on. And by the way, shout out to his friend Keenan for joining the network. Actually, Keenan
that's right.
Just joined the network. He's helping mostly the Facebook side and everything. So he's going to be covering UFC stuff, WWE, and football. He's actually a Ravens fan.
Yeah, I saw he's a Ravens fan, so that's sick. Yeah. We got a Ravens fan in the group now. I love it.
Yeah, it's kind of good. It's kind of good with that. I just made him his own thumbnail. He wanted a thumbnail, so I was just like, there you go. And shout out to you for making your own thumbnails because that actually helps me out.
Yeah, like at first when I was like, well, when you were like, oh, if you need a thumbnail, just reach out or whatever, and I kept like, I don't feel good about that. Like I don't, like as much as like you offer, it's like I'd like to learn because like I don't want to depend on you all the time because you got a life and whatnot. So for me, it was like learning what not that hard, but like if you know what you're doing, it's pretty quick.
Yeah. And then we got another question from Mitch halftime here. If you could change one rule in any sport, what would it be and why? I think I know where you're going with.
It's baskball. Yeah. And can we please bring back some fucking hand checking? Like, can we bring back hand checking? Traveling. Oh, okay. But yeah, hand checks because I mean, like, come on, man. Like, it's become such a soft sport now that it's like all pro offense, and I get it. That's what sells. People want to see people shooting and scoring, but for the people that like defense, which is myself, and I'm sure there's many others, that's also an exciting part of basketball as well. So it's like if there's one rule I wish they would bring back, it would be hand check.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I kind of agree with that. So we're getting close to the end of the show, and I'm pretty sure the chat will come up with more questions. So, what advice would you give any new content creator?
I would say be one or two things. One would be like be respectful and know that sarcasm is just sarcasm, but also two, have patience because sometimes things don't always go the way it's supposed to. You could have something planned a week in advance and then something comes up. Just be patient, have a kind heart because, everybody's dealing with something or something's going on and you don't know what's going on in their lives or even your life. Something might come up and then you got to change something. So for me, to a new content creator, just take your time, like don't try to rush into everything. It'll all come in and it'll all happen fast, but know that this is not a marathon or a race. This is just you putting out content and trying to have fun while doing it. So
yeah. And actually I just saw TRL. You guys are doing Around the Valley podcast today. I just saw on Twitter.
Yep. I got the message 20 minutes ago.
Yep. So it's right here. Yep. See you guys in a few hours. So if you guys are a fan of Around the Valley podcast with YTC, Randy, and TRL, I'll throw Mike on there. I'll give him a bone. But yeah. Shout out to YTC, man. He's killing it on the network already. He's killing it with the UFL.
Yes. Yeah, he did awesome yesterday. He did really good.
Yeah. If you could, what is up, Vic? If you could be any sports athlete, who would it be?
Oh my God. Everybody knows.
I know a couple.
There's this. I would love to dunk like this man.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I would destroy backboards. And if I could be half the athlete that Reggie White was, I would. Oh my God, man, going after quarterbacks the way he did, damn. Oh, but yeah, those two, Carter and White, Vic, for sure.
What about Grady Dick?
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Not yet. Not yet.
He's
Soon.
on
Soon. But
yeah,
not yet.
he's on the thumbnail on my screen today. Tonight, he's on the thumbnail.
We have so many injuries. He's number one player probably right now. So
that's why I put Grady Dick there. I'm like, who can I put on the thumbnail? I'm like, he's out.
Got no Quickly. Got no RJ Barrett. Got no Barnes.
What about
Quickly? Got no Pirtle.
Quickly
he's been out. Yeah, he's been out.
I was like, that was my backup plan. I was like, oh, Quickly.
We have 2 or 3 guys that were straight up G League guys, and we have them playing right now. Javon Liberty, and we got another guy that's on a 10-day that he's been back to back on 10 days. So that's how bad it is. We've lost 12 games in a row. We're 0-12.
Don't even get me started on injuries, bro. Don't even get me started on injuries. I think Philadelphia fans got it worse.
Yeah, exactly. Especially for where you guys are supposed to be right now. You were supposed to be contending.
I mean, Embiid, Covington, Batum, Melton. I can go on and on.
When you lose your MVP, it's over.
Bad. Huh?
Yeah. When you lose your MVP, it's over.
Pretty much, yeah. And we still got a chance. I don't know how, but we do. All right, guys. So that's going to conclude. If you guys have any more questions for next shift here, and you heard the man, he picked Nick for the next episode, for episode 7. So that'll be on the day of WrestleMania. So I'll be getting home like around 1 a.m., getting like a little bit of sleep, and then I'm back on. Good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Damn.
Shout out to everyone who I'm going to meet at WrestleMania, man. I'm going to meet AK, his brother, I think. God. Earl. Halftime, Earl, Blaze, maybe. But it's mostly Joey Ward from Edge of Philly Sports. Definitely, I'm going to meet him. So, yeah, I really want to get him and Earl to meet before the show. I think that would be so cool. Be like, hey, you're going to be on his show. Yeah.
See you, Tone. Appreciate you popping in, bud. It means a lot, man. I miss you,
man. Shoot me a DM. We'll talk. And, yeah, guys, so there you have it. Shout out to Randy for coming on for this episode 7 or 6. Excuse me. If you have anything to say about your channel, plugs, anything, or if you want to talk about anything, it's your time.
Yeah, you heard the man. Later on this afternoon, Around the Valley podcast is going to be on, so be on the lookout for that. Myself, TRL, which is always Arizona, and YTC will be there, and Michael, the Bears fan, the fucking bitch. And be on the lookout for me doing some NCAA games here. Caitlin Clark, my girl, did it last night, so she's going on to the Elite 8, facing off against LSU on Monday. So depending on what happens, I might be doing that game. So be on the lookout for me doing that. And be on the lookout for us doing some NFL drafts. Want to do some mock drafts, getting closer to the draft here now that we're almost just a month out now. So can't wait. So shout out to Coach, shout out to Philly Sports Rap, shout out to Victor, shout out to Mike, shout out to everybody else that I forgot or I didn't mention in the chat. Really appreciate it. This has been a lot of fun. I got to go do something here really quick before the show starts. So I really appreciate it. Now that I know I got another show I got to pop on.
What time is that on? What time's the show at?
12 my time. So it's like in an hour.
Got it. Yeah. And what are you talking about? For Mania? You're going to be at Mania, Tone? No way. Are you? Yeah,
no way.
My God, that would be crazy. If you're going to Mania, I'll give you the details once it's there. I'll be like,
thanks,
okay,
Coach.
we're at this lot. Yeah? Okay, I'll see you then.
Yeah. Take a group photo, too. Take a group photo.
Yeah, that's what Tyler wants. Tyler wants a vlog. And I'm like, you can if you want, but I'm like, I've done so much for this thing. I just want my own time.
You want to make your own for yourself. Exactly.
No, not my own content. I just want to be like off camera because I've been doing
you just want it to be about you, everybody else but you. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. We're at 1,020 right now on the Hardcore Sports Network. Let's keep it going. And I appreciate everybody. Shout out to Keenan and Nick. Hopefully you will win this vote, man. Hopefully you'll win this vote. We'll find out in 24 hours.
Or Tymus.
Tymus still. Yep. I'll talk to Tymus as well. He came back. He did one stream.
Yeah.
He came back. So I was thinking about putting him or Big Simple. And I'm like, we'll put Tymus in here. I'll put Big Simple in down the line. I was thinking about doing this. Big Simple, Cool Cat, and Blaze.
Ooh.
That would go crazy. That would go crazy.
Yeah.
All right. So on that note, guys, we are out. Let's go and peace.